Hey, welcome back. It's another edition of Dave Learns AI. I'm here with Nick Tapp, founder and partner for Taptico Solutions.
All those words mean one thing.
What's that?
I'm a bit of a big deal.
Yeah, he's a big deal, all right. So, we're wrapping up our first season of Dave Learns AI.
That's right. This is the last episode of season 1.
Last episode.
Hey!
25 episodes. It's
25 times
It's
we've done
impossible
this.
to think that we've done 25 episodes. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't understand how Survivor calls a season. They're like, their 116th season. I'm like, how do they do that?
It hasn't been around since 1912.
Yeah. Is that
Close?
Is that just me who is curious about how they do that?
No, because it's the same with other shows that I can't think of off the top of my head.
Like CSI, like
Big Brother, not Big Brother. Amazing Race is the same way.
A lot of the reality ones.
Yeah, the reality ones.
Anyway,
not this one.
No, well, I mean, this is real. So 25 seasons. We've been doing this for 25 seasons.
Yeah, that's right.
It's our 25th season, wrapping up our 25th episode. In one of the first episodes, which was probably right around the beginning of the NFL football season, I think there was some kind of claim by you in regards to what you thought the Atlanta Falcons were going to look like this season. And as we're wrapping up,
no. Oh, I know that we're pulling that for the thumbnail. No.
Yeah, Marnie always likes to get the worst photos.
And then Dave's like,
"That's the one." Thanks, Marnie.
Why? I'm hooking you up, Marnie. By the way, Marnie, thank you so much for all the help. Peter Joseph, the wonderful couple that have helped us do all 25 episodes. They've been fantastic.
We want to drive the traffic into this studio because not only is it a perfect studio for what we're doing and
it's in town.
Yeah,
if you're in Atlanta, it's perfect.
And
it's Inman Park.
I think he has like sugar-free, like A&W root beers and
so many great sugar-free beverages.
Lots of drinks.
A lot of beverages.
Drinks of choice. What is he doing?
And we got Tribble over here.
Oh my God.
He's good looking.
Anyway, so you changed the subject.
I sure did. See what I did there? Hey-oh. So AI. Just kidding. No, Massive Falcons fan, born and raised ATL. I actually have a picture, one of my school pictures from when I was in the second grade. I'm wearing a Falcons shirt. That's how deep it runs.
Yeah.
And I had a bet with Mr. Tribble and Mr. Pete.
You said 11 wins?
11 wins.
Where are they at now? 3? Only 3 wins.
3-6 now?
Oof. Gosh, 3 wins? I'm a Browns fan. We only have 2 wins. I mean, we're only 1 game behind you. You might have a better a better draft position than us.
So I'm going to be I think we have 1 more until we're mathematically eliminated from making that bet happen.
Well,
thanks, Raheem Morris.
Yeah.
Every week it's the same thing. We just got to figure out a way to enter.
That sounds like, yeah.
We got to figure out a way to
whatever.
We got to figure every week.
Yeah.
Would I have a beer with Raheem and probably be best friends with him? Absolutely. Because obviously I'm best friends with morons. You didn't see that coming back and get you, did you? That sucker. You know why? He's a brilliant, loving human.
All right, we're gonna move on now.
You started it.
So let's talk about optimism for a second.
Let's do it.
It's always good to end a year and start thinking about the next year feeling optimistic.
Yeah.
Because if you roll into a new year feeling pessimistic, it's called manifestation. And we're going to do sports. We're going to talk about manifesting, and then we're going to talk about AI. We're going to cover all the bases.
Let's not talk about AI today. Let's talk about manifest. What crystal's your favorite crystal?
Yeah. What does your Enneagram tell you about your personality?
I'm a 3-wing 2 or a 2-wing 3. I can't remember.
There's colors too. I think I'm a yellow/blue with a little green. Anyway, but thinking about being optimistic for 2026 and thinking about how the conversation in so much in 2025 is, how are you going to utilize AI? It's here. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to use it? I would imagine that most CEOs, owners of businesses are going, how can I make this become an efficient part of the business that I run? So what I would probably kind of start this conversation with you about is like, how should one think about going into a new year in regards to building their tech stack?
So I would, if you're doing it the right way, I would probably not put the CEO on it. I would probably put the CTO, CRO, or the CMO on it. Or CIO. If you have all of those, I'm sure
You're a big company.
Yeah.
You have
So
all of those.
you probably have middle management that can do it. But I would make a champion, like an AI champion, someone that really enjoys it, because you have to enjoy it, because it's a constant and consistent learning process. That's why I went into it, because I enjoy reading about technology and learning new things and all that stuff. And I'm not joking when I say I can hardly keep up. But to answer your question, the first thing I would do is to appoint an AI champion in the company. So someone whose job it is, and that's actually what we do for our clients, but have someone whose job it is to identify the tools that can best supplement, support, and help multiply your team's productivity.
Do you think that's an added body count, or do you think take somebody that's already
already in the mix? Because 9 times out of 10, if you have an outside hire come in, it takes that outside hire 8 months to learn the ins and outs of the company.
Yeah.
So if you have someone that's already on staff that knows, what the winds of change for your company or your industry are, then they'll have a better idea with perspective on which tools to use.
I think that's where we come in a lot of ways, because we talk about how there are businesses out there that need to focus on this, but if you've got a small staff, or even if you have a large staff, I mean, one of our accounts, they have 11 people in their marketing department. And they can't get everything done that they want to get done. So small, large, medium, it doesn't really matter. If you don't have the time to actually put towards that, that's kind of where we come in, as we go, hey, listen, you don't even have to hire a person and pay their insurance and, pay the taxes and unemployment taxes and all the things that you have to match 401ks and all that. You hire us and we can set up those systems just like that.
Right. And if they already have a bunch on their plate, they're not going to have the time.
Yeah.
I mean, you're putting more work on their plate, honestly.
Right.
But it's one of those things you got to clean out the closet to straighten it up sometimes.
Yeah.
But also things change so quickly, and they're going to have to stay on top of new tools and advancement in technologies, because things break and change all the time. It's anyone that's run a Facebook ad campaign knows how bad Facebook ads and Facebook Business Manager is, because they change it every 3 weeks, and you might know how to do something in April, but by July it's completely different. Oh, we changed the name, that migrated, or we sunsetted that. Like, oh, geez. So yeah, that's really where we come in. We stay on top of things.
Speaking of Facebook, I just saw that their lead scientist, AI developer, is leaving because they've brought in a bunch of new vibe, new whatever. And this guy's like one of the most brilliant dudes in the world, that they had hired, paid him millions of dollars. And he's like, I'm going to go do my own thing. I think he's kind of like, I don't like where this is going. I'm going to go do my own thing.
As far as AI?
I think more like Meta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we rag on them a little bit. We rag on...
They haven't invented anything.
Yeah.
Ever.
We rag on Zuckerberg, and we rag on the Facebook platform.
I don't rag on Zuckerberg. I mean, if he wants to invite me to his $38 billion...
Well, you like to have drinks with morons.
Absolutely.
But he's not a moron.
By the way, what are you doing later?
He's
I got him. Look at that face. Look at that. There's another thumbnail.
So just so you guys know, as this is part therapy as well, Nick makes fun of others because he feels bad about himself.
Yeah.
So it's okay. And I am very confident in who I am. I mean, look. It doesn't affect me at all.
Look, I blow out other people's candles because I get sunburned very easily.
That's a good one.
That's why.
All right. So tell me a little bit about smart CRMs.
So smart CRMs, HubSpot, Salesforce, that was quite the segue, by the way.
Yeah, man, I just rolled right into that.
So tell me about smart CRMs. First off, do you know what CRM is?
Yeah.
What does it stand for?
It is, oh, wow. Man, hold Hold on.
Yeah.
Client. What? No, don't tell me. Customer something management. Customer retention.
Relationship management. Customer. So a CRM is basically software
Acronyms.
that allows you on the sales side to import, your prospects, anybody that comes to your website, fills out a form, anything like that. You collect all their information, and then the CRM, it's called enriching the information. You figure out their job titles, all these different things, and then you put them. The smart part of it is you put them into sequences or automations that it's a drip campaigns, emails, newsletters, texts, anything like that, to stay on top of their radar or on top of their inboxes. But it's all automated. So it's not like old school sales where you have to call them 10 times, right? Or get 7 touches is what we had in radio. Talk to them 7 times. If there's still a no or a maybe at 7, then probably not going to happen. Or ignoring you. A maybe is good, but
yeah, communicating with the customer is so much easier than it's ever been before.
Right.
Especially
if you have thousands.
Yeah.
I mean, one of our clients has a list of 200,000+ people, so you can't send one-off emails,
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
Right.
What has been something, we're at episode 25. A lot has changed since we kind of sat down and put pen to paper and decided to launch Taptico Solutions, which was really kind of, let's say it's when the first client signed on, so that'd be June.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
June-ish.
Yeah.
So in 6 months time since the business has been launched and we've been doing this podcast here at episode 25, what's something for you that has been oh my God, I didn't see that coming? Anything?
Yeah, honestly, the Atlas and Comet.
Okay.
So those are browsers that have LLMs baked into the browsers.
Yeah.
Did not see that coming.
Yeah. Didn't even know it was on the horizon.
Didn't know it was on the horizon. Perplexity dropped theirs first. I tried it for a little bit. I was like, meh.
Yeah.
And then I tried Atlas. OpenAI, they're they're Google, right? They're the Google of AI right now. Who knows or the IBM, what IBM used to be, or Apple with smartphones. So there's a lot of other companies that are doing cool things, but they're the mainstream they're the mainstream AI company, I guess. So whenever they put something out, you have to pay attention. So using Atlas is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was 2 or 3 weeks ago we talked about it.
A couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
Or 2 episodes ago, I believe.
I've been playing with it a lot more. When we had our conversation, I'm already 10 times further down the road. And that's part of the deal, staying on top of AI, because when someone tries to get on to ChatGPT or OpenAI Atlas in 6 months, it's going to be so further down the road.
Yeah.
And you're trying to jump on a roller coaster that's already in motion. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder how all these companies that are, especially the big ones like OpenAI, and there's several of them, and then there's a bunch of small, just really, really smart dudes who are coming up with really great ideas and ways to utilize the tools that OpenAI are creating. I mean, there's that. But it does feel like I was talking with Tribble about shiny new objects, and
did he mention human in the loop because he loves that term?
Yeah, you know what? He did mention that. And I wanted to bring it back to the human in the loop for a reason. I think it was because we were talking about how important these systems are, but how none of them can actually work. And even you can't even tell if they're working if you don't have a human who's following up. So, for instance, I got Fireflies, and it's awesome. It takes notes on my meeting, but it doesn't mean anything if I don't go back and look at the notes.
Right.
If I don't create a plan based on the notes it took, which is the tool to allow me to become more efficient, then it really is just a waste of everybody's time.
Yeah. It's like getting the best quality Wagyu beef.
Yeah.
Giving to someone that doesn't know how to grill.
Yeah.
It's great. This is fantastic.
This is awesome.
This is the best piece of beef in the entire world.
But I don't know what to do with it.
I don't know. I'll just put A1 on it and throw it in the microwave.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that's where, and Tribble probably mentioned this because it's becoming pretty clear that if like we have backgrounds in brand building and small business growth and marketing and all that stuff. So all of those things being supported by AI tools, that's where it really, you compound your growth and your productivity. If someone doesn't know what they're doing and they have access to the tools, it would be like, I'm terrible with math. It would be like giving me a TI 80,000 calculator or a mathematician a TI 8,000 calculator, right? Like I'd be like, I'd still be doing addition and subtraction.
Yeah.
But they could go in there and find, the whatever.
What's been one of the most frustrating things that you have seen that has kind of developed in the last several months in regards to AI? Like, is it frustrating you more as a marketing guy, as somebody who really cares about building efficiencies and branding and all that stuff? Is there something that just kind of is catching you up or tripping you up that you're like, man, this is frustrating?
That's a good question. I would say the most frustrating thing is when if something's done well, people assume it's AI.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I am honestly starting to get a little bit tired of the AI video stuff.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I can't tell if it's AI or not.
Does it matter to you if you can tell?
If they're trying to, if whoever posted something online is trying to misrepresent a situation, yeah.
Yeah.
But
do you see that a lot?
It's going to get worse.
Yeah.
It's going to get worse. The
guidelines are on in a lot of ways to prevent it from getting worse.
Right, like SOAR, you can't remove the watermark because they know how easy it is. But they're going to figure, they being the ones that are the evil doers, are going to figure out ways around that.
Yeah,
right?
And people are going to get hurt from that.
Yeah, and it's like that's the problem with AI. There's got to be a way. I don't like regulations whatsoever. I think people should be able to do what they want, but there's got to be a protection on if something is AI generated. You have it might as well be like the opposite of copyright.
Yeah.
Right. Like if you use someone else's work and claim it as your own, you're infringing on their copyright. A person's likeness should be their copywritten, protected.
Yeah. But even people because I mean, that is in a way, but people who are in the spotlight are like, they're like, well, you're a public entity, so anybody can do whatever you want. Like
they could say that, but not if they're protected from AI.
Yeah.
Represent, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the only thing, because authors, I could copy, down a John Grisham novel and say I wrote it and go try to sell it, but he's got copyright.
So I saw a guy, he's in a band out of Nashville, and he was talking specifically about, the AI created music that is now really finding its way onto these streaming platforms.
I think the current number one is AI.
Yeah, like the country one? Yeah. He talked specifically about it, and he was talking about, just the concept of plagiarism, in the sense of when you go in to create a song, you can go write a song like Coulter Wall. Okay, Coulter Wall is a really cool kind of old school sounding Western country singer. And you can go in there and go, create me something that sounds like it based on blah, 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 whatever. And that comes out. And I think this Rust whatever is based on this Coulter Wall character. So this guy has been plagiarized in a lot of ways, like his sound, the way he writes, because AI is so smart.
Yeah.
And now there are these companies that are doing this, putting faces on it on these streaming services, and they're making money.
Yeah,
and they're taking money out of the pocket of the artists who are actually the originators or the creators of their own specific sound.
Well, that's one thing that's where it starts the slippery slope. And this is not what our topic was supposed to be.
I know. Sorry.
No, this is a good conversation. We could fire off a quick, because 2026 stuff, but that's where it's a big gray area for me on that. Like, I understand that. But if you ask a country music singer or a musician right now who their influences were, they'll tell you a laundry list of people that they borrow their sounds from.
Right.
So it's pretty much the exact same thing when it comes to that.
Yeah.
And they're saying, like LLMs have been trained on literature and all that stuff. So were colleges, and so were, every class that I took in college. I've got a minor in literature, so I read a gazillion books. I don't know if all the authors got money because I was
Right,
Does that
reading
make
their books.
sense?
Yeah,
Right. The
yeah,
college that I paid, I'm still paying my student loans for.
yeah.
They're still making money
I
on
think at
other
the
people's
I think at the end of the
intellectual
day, that's
property.
where kind of so much of the like conflict comes in people internally, like
Yeah.
going, am I protecting like people and creativity? But there's also creativity that goes into creating a song. I mean, you created a song,
Right.
and it was creative. Now
Yeah.
you totally ripped off a Bone Thugs and Harmony
I
song.
completely covered it.
But it was like, and I mean, I hear these covers all the time. I heard Metallica doing reggae, and I was like, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Or Limp Bizkit done soul, whatever, and they're fun. I don't know if I'd buy the record or like pay for it, but
It's funny. There's a meme. Anyone that ever listens to Joe Rogan or has listened to Joe Rogan, basically every episode he talks about this 150 Cent song. It's AI, and he makes everyone listen to it. And it's funny at this point because it's literally been like 10 episodes in a row. Hey, have you heard? Everyone knows. Have you ever listened to this 50 Cent? Like, it's a great song. It's
Yeah.
the Many Men cover, but it's a soul cover of Many Men.
Okay.
But that inspired me to I redid Bone Thugs and Harmony, Crossroads using like a church choir.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
It was pretty
It
cool.
was pretty cool. So, and that's fun to play around with. And that app is called Suno, Suno.
Yeah,
You
I've
can
played
go in there
around
and-
with it. Yeah, I have a side business, and I wrote a theme song for it, and I thought it turned out pretty cool. It's fun. I wrote my daughter a birthday song. I didn't do anything, to be honest with you. I had ChatGPT write it and then put it in Suno, and boom.
Human in the loop.
Yeah, there's a human in the loop, and that is important. I mean, it is the key. Like, somebody has to be feeding that information. So as you look forward to 2026, what are you most excited about?
So 2026, there's going to be a lot of advancements in AI. Obviously, there were so many this year. And the thing about AI, it's like, me analogies, Dave.
Oh, here we go.
It's like a small little pebble hit the top of a snowy mountaintop in November of 2023. That's when OpenAI launched ChatGPT. Or was it 2022? Might have been 22, but I think it's 23. That little pebble started rolling down the hill, getting more and more snow. And the more snow it got, the bigger it got, which meant the more mass, which meant the faster it rolled. So the compounding technological advances on AI are going to speed up the evolution of every tool. And over the next 12 months, there are going to be things that even now we had no idea were coming.
Yeah.
That will be available. Like, if you were to ask me 3 months ago, like we already talked about, a AI-enabled web browser, like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, what is that going to do?
Now I know what it's
Yeah.
freaking amazing.
Yeah.
So I would say I've always been like, I used to camp out for the iPhone. I've always been
You're nerdy.
I'm nerdy like that.
Yeah.
I like to learn and read books.
Such a nerd.
But I'm also a football fan.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Look, I'm a ginger, all right? Didn't have a lot of friends growing up. My parents moved me around a lot. So
That's not true. You had a
naked.
bunch of friends moving out. Okay, let's talk about you not having any friends.
Yeah. Go on. We're already going to my therapist.
No, but personally, 2026, anything that you personally like, okay, as a business, I want to achieve this as a goal, physically, mentally, like, do you have some rocks that you're kind of putting out there? Like, hey, I'm thinking about this.
Yeah. Think about finding new business partners. It's currently top of mind. So if you're looking, yeah, sure. I feel like we're onto some good stuff. I like the evolution. I like what we're doing as a company, as a group. I look forward to hanging out with you guys, which is awesome. I look forward to seeing where this takes us. Yeah.
Well, you can help us get further.
I can?
They can, right
Oh,
there.
them?
Yeah, them, right there. I don't know where we're going. Taptico.co.
Taptico.co. We're getting close to be able to afford the M.
Yep.
But
Are
you
we?
said you looked it up and it wasn't available, right?
Yeah, it looks like somebody has it. I think you just have to. Somebody claimed it, and we have to pay it.
I probably claimed it.
Yeah, you probably did. Anyway, it's still .co for now. Hit us up on our website, Instagram, Facebook. We'll come back. We're not going to take long off for the next season. Take a couple of weeks.
We have to get an episode of the 2026 tech stack.
Yes. Oh, that's where we were supposed to go today, huh?
Yeah. This has been good though. So speaking of Rogan, the reason why I brought that up, we got plenty of time.
The producers,
yeah.
Yep.
I know. Oh, my assistant over there. I've got a keynote after this. Oh, and then I've got a board meeting after that.
All right, so then wrap it up.
I go to the soup kitchen.
Then wrap it up.
So, soup kitchen, so I can eat myself.
Rogan.
Elon was on Rogan a week or so ago talking about, everyone talks about the worst possible outcome with AI.
Right.
Terminators, right? The robots kill us all.
Yeah.
Okay, we've heard
I think we all get off on like the worst possible scenario. That's why news and weather.
If it bleeds, it leads,
dude. Weather.
Slow down for the car crash.
Weather Channel loves when there's going to be a hurricane.
We need you to go stand in the hurricane.
Yeah.
Like, why is that?
Death, destruction.
Like, you can report from about the hurricane from inside. It's fine.
Yeah.
But we just love to see it because we're twisted. Yeah. Human nature. But the upside, right? The best possible scenario, the best possible outcome of what AI could bring the world. Before I say it, what would your best outcome be?
Ooh.
10 years from now, AI has done its thing and is doing its thing.
Not have to worry about money. Like literally be able to live a life full of the things that move me, and it's not all tied to the finances. Yeah, that would be my best case scenario.
Well, that's what Elon's was too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Elon
Why would Elon care? He never has to worry about paying for anything.
It's true. It's true. But he's beyond work chasing dollars, in my opinion.
Changing the world now.
Right. Like OpenAI is called OpenAI because he wanted the technology to be open to everyone.
Yeah.
He's a co-founder of OpenAI, in case you guys didn't know, left because they wanted to go for profit. So that's the truth. And Sam Altman is the one that wanted it to go profit first. So he's a little bit, but he said best possible outcome, which is the more likely scenario, is that the whole thought and idea of people having to work for a living is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The whole concept of money is ridiculous. The whole concept of you have to go to work to make money for a massive corporation so that they can make their shareholders happy, just so that you can survive, buy food, and have a house. You literally are going to work to live and survive.
Yeah.
If we have AI robots that can do the work, we could have universal, not basic income, which you'll hear UBI, but universal high income, to where everyone makes $300,000 a year, right? It is, yes, a bit socialist, but it allows people to focus on what, like, if they want to be a writer, they can be a writer.
Yeah.
If they want to be an actor, they can be an actor. If
they want to teach yoga, they can teach yoga.
If they want to, paint, whatever. If whatever you want to do, you can do, because you're living your chosen life.
It's just interesting to hear somebody, and obviously he would be somebody who would lead that because he's a leader in AI in a lot of ways, but to hear somebody say the opposite of what the media says. And the media keeps on talking about doom and gloom because that's what they do. It gets ratings. It gets ratings.
Yep.
And then algorithms. I talked to my wife about it. She's on the I don't trust AI thing, and of course she gets served a bunch of stuff as don't trust AI. So it just feeds into that fear.
The echo chamber.
Yeah,
we're all feeling it. I feel there has to be a change there at some point.
Yeah,
that there has to be a change.
Well, hopefully that'll be in 2026, man. That would be awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
But we'll come back to the 2026 tech stack, because we'll be back in a couple of weeks and we'll talk more and we'll get some guests on and we'll continue to have a good time doing this.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if you pitched this yet, but if you if you use AI, if you're a business owner, if you're a marketer, if you're an entrepreneur and you use AI and you have a cool use case or a story, we'd love to have you on. We're going to evolve a little bit because Dave's learned AI so much that there's not much left for Dave to learn.
Yeah.
So we're going to see how this goes in season 2. But congratulations on your first season of Dave Learns AI.
Thank you. It's been
25 episodes.
Wow, I can't believe it.
Wow.
All right, we'll catch you guys in a couple of weeks. Thanks for tuning in, and share this with all your friends.
Happy holidays, everybody.
See you.